Hi everybody, it's Pastor Chrissy and it's Wednesday, so I have come out to read a psalm. I'm not in the woods though, I'm kind of next to them in our apple orchard. We see our apples here, they're blooming so beautifully. We even have some blooms on our little pear tree. Last year we got a bumper crop of 3 whole pears off of that tree. So we're grateful for whatever it produces, but we don't necessarily count on it for the fruit that we eat. But it's always a good surprise when it actually gives us some pears. I hope you're doing okay, that if you are looking at returning to work outside in public soon, that you are given what you need to be safe, that if you have been working in public this whole time, that that is going well. I've heard that there are continuing cases of people just being crude and rude to one another, which is unnecessary in times like this. And so I hope that most of your interactions, if you've been working outside your home, have been with kind folks who understand that we only get through this together. We have had some good news at church, some folks who are healing, who are feeling better after being hospitalized, who will be going home soon. Some folks who will soon begin treatment for some illness that's big. And so I'm grateful for that good news. Also some folks that were friends of the congregation who have healed from COVID-19, and we are grateful for that good news as well. And so I hold that good news in this hand, and then I hold the hard news in this other hand. And if you are like me and you've been watching the news these last couple days, you've seen a couple very public instances that have become widely known of racism. I'm sure that there are instances of racism that are unknown, that go unnoticed and unrecognized in the larger public view every day. 2 in particular this week, where a black man was threatened, and another where a black man died in police custody. Those have come to national attention. And so even as we are working on healing and planning in this pandemic to make sure that people are safe, we can't forget our ongoing call to fight racism, to dismantle racism from our faith, from our Christian institutions, from our laws, from our practices as a community. And so with that in mind, I would like to share Psalm 141 with you today. It's a prayer for preservation of evil, is what my Bible calls it. Preservation from evil is what my Bible calls it. And this is even the kind of evil that will entice you to say things that do things that go against your deepest values. And racism goes against our deepest Christian values. So I invite you to hear these words, and if you need a prayer to help you when you know that you need to do the right thing and stand up against racism, maybe this can be a prayer for you. I call upon you, O Lord, come quickly to me. Give ear to my voice when I call to you. Let my prayer be counted as incense before you, and the lifting up of my hands as an evening sacrifice. Set a guard over my mouth, O Lord, and keep watch over the door of my lips. Do not turn my heart to any evil, to busy myself with wicked deeds, in company of those who work iniquity. Do not let me eat of their delicacies. Let the righteous strike me. Let the faithful correct me. Never let the oil of the wicked anoint my head, for my prayer is continually against their wicked deeds. When they are given over to those who shall condemn them, then they shall learn that my words were pleasant. Like a rock that one breaks apart and shatters on the land, so shall their bones be strewn at the mouth of Sheol. But my eyes are turned to you, O God, my Lord. In you I seek refuge. Do not leave me defenseless. Keep me from the trap that they have laid for me, and from the snares of evildoers. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, while I alone escape. And so I pray for those who will faithfully correct me. I pray that I can have the humility and the grace to accept correction. I pray for, and I pray that we all have the bravery to stand up for what's right, to stand up for our deepest values in the moment when it's happening. I pray for attention to systemic, interconnected ways of knowing that we all do better when we all do better. When we lift the lowest, the folks who are most struggling, when we lift them up, our whole community becomes stronger. So I hope you feel lifted up this week if you have been struck low. It's been good to see you on the internet. It's good to talk to you on the phone. Please let me know if you need anything. And if you want to feel like you are helping, let me know that too. And I can direct you to some folks who need some help these days. I hope to see you soon, at least on the internet. Hope this Sunday is Pentecost. Come to church. Online church. Come to online church and we'll do Pentecost together. Have a great week.